New Tool Day Tuesday, where I share with you unique or useful tools that I myself use that I think you might be interested in. This is a battery-powered floor jack sent to us by Roadtek. They sent this over so that we can share it with you guys and see how well it operates. Everything in the box was well packaged, and right off the bat you can see there's a little bit of assembly required. And inside the top of the box you're going to find the instructions, you're going to find the battery, the bolts to put the wheels on, you're going to find the wheels themselves, and a battery charger. And of course you're also going to find the jack and the jack handle in that box as well. Assembly is very easy. It's just a matter of putting those wheels on and then tightening that bolt down, and they even include you a little wrench if you choose to use it. So right out of the box I've already noticed some features and I've noticed some build qualities that I really appreciate and that I really like. This is the jack handle. Take a look at this. It's a very large cast nut that you can screw on by hand. It's easy to grab and tighten it onto the jack itself. I like that. The receiving part of the handle is also cast. You can see these big threads right down here. That's where that jack handle screws into. Of course, the controls are in the top of the jack, and you can see the plug that's inside this housing. It's also important to note that the housing sticks out enough that if you had the jack handle off, you're not going to bump it or break this plug. It's protected by the outside of the housing. The control knob, or in this case the handle that locks the pivoting action of the main handle, is also cast. This is metal, it's not plastic. And the sides of the jack have these cutouts. Those are handholds, so you can grab a hold of the jack and reposition it if you need to. A quick shot of the underside of the jack also shows how robust this jack really is. Everything is extremely thick and beefy. I like that. It's only a 3-ton jack, but it's obviously been built to be roughhoused, beat up, and used like a jack should be used. In the past, I have seen people that are concerned over the quality of the wheels. Old jacks used to have steel wheels, and even some new jacks have steel wheels. These are plastic wheels, but this is not your grandfather's plastic. This is reinforced plastic. You can see it when you're looking at the actual material itself. This isn't a chintzy plastic that's going to break. This plastic should be around for a very long time. The back wheels are just as robust. They're also very thick, as you can see. I really don't see a problem with this design. I think for a 3-ton jack, this is going to be more than adequate. So as you can see at first glance, the jack seems to be built very well. I'm liking what I see so far. Looking at the front of the jack, you can see that they are not casters. They will not swivel. A lot of people get concerned over maneuverability when they don't see those casters on the front. But that problem is actually solved by this handle. If you turn it sideways, the jack will lock into position. This allows you to shove down on the jack handle, and you can pivot the front of the jack without any problems. And to disengage that handle is pretty simple. You just pull straight back, turn it a quarter turn, and now the handle can freely move up and down. The battery that comes with the jack is a 20-volt, 4-amp-hour battery. It does have an indicator on the front of the battery. You can press the button and tell how charged that battery is. And the battery charger works just like any other tool battery charger. Just slide it in place and let it charge. When the battery is charged, you slip it into the handle like this, and the jack is ready to use. And located conveniently right where your thumb would be are up and down buttons. Obviously up brings the jack up and down brings the jack down. So I think we've done a pretty good coverage of what I think are really good features to see in a jack, but the question in everybody's mind is how well does it work? So I think a good test would be to pick up a vehicle and see how well it operates. Now keep in mind, these have flat pads, most floor jacks do. If you need to lift your vehicle by a pinch point, they do make adapters for that. I will put a link to those adapters down below. So for this example, we're not going to need one of those adapters. I have a good lift point underneath this car. I'm going to press the up button right now. You're going to hear the jack in motion, and I'm going to let go right now because it just hit the contact point and it's just starting to lift the car. So I'm going to hold the button down and lift the car so you can watch this jack in action. And the car is off the ground. The car is actually a couple of inches off the ground, and the jack didn't struggle at all. It lifted the car without any issues. I'm going to hit down on the button. We'll watch the jack lower the car. And it lowered it at a very nice controlled pace. No problems there. Let's go ahead and jack the car up one more time. Okay, we're about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches off the ground. But what I want to show you is what happens if you had a battery failure. What happens if the battery were to fail? In this case, I have pulled the battery out. The manufacturer has put this little cable back here. You can pull the cable and it will release the jack and lower it. It's going to pull on the cable. And as you can see, the jack fell in a controlled manner. So what are my final thoughts of this jack? Well, I really like it. There's no doubt in my mind that the manufacturers spent a lot of time and research in designing a jack that's very robust, very usable, easy to use, and I think it's going to last for a very long time. If you like these types of videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. Take a look at some of my other videos. At the very least, you might be entertained.